All right, welcome to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It's your host with the most. So this first picture that I'm showing you right now with this water, and it looks like someplace exotic and private, right? This first picture will run for 30 seconds. And this first picture is at risk of looking like the next picture that's about to show up, which will also run for 30 seconds. All right. This video today, we're going to talk about Cockpit country, saving Cockpit country. And we're talking about Jamaica. All right, let me say Happy Emancipation Day to my Jamaicans at home and abroad. If only we can emancipate ourselves, just like the great Bob Marley said, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. Seems like a lot of us are having a problem doing so because our murder rate is at the highest it's ever been. And or pushing up to the highest it's ever been, and we're just in a disarray. Now, let's talk about Cockpit country. So right now, I am taking this from www.savecockpitcountry.org. Savecockpitcountry.org. Go and look it up. All right. Jamaica's Cockpit country, our own valuable, what we call rainforest. We have our own rainforest. But I firmly believe that the agenda has been set to mine Jamaica, to dig everything that is valuable out of Jamaica, from the people to the core of the earth. Whether it's gold, diamond, bauxite, whatever they can find there. Because globalization is real and our leaders are fake. All right. Jamaica's Cockpit country is still under threat from bauxite mining, which would remove forest cover. Hold on there. Let me say this. So people are asking, them want mine Cockpit country. I need to know the exact reason why people like you are against the mining in Cockpit country. What damages is it going to cause to our country? All right. Jamaica's Cockpit country is still under threat from bauxite mining, which would remove forest cover. If the forest cover is removed, it means the earth will become scorching hot, right? Which means temperatures will change. We will probably have to deal with hotter temperatures. And Lord knows we just had a heat wave this summer where it was of epic proportions. If you can only imagine things getting hotter and the heat being more consistent. So it would remove forest covers. It would block and pollute waterways. It's no wonder, they did a whole lot of digging and built highways and mining and through mountains. And then suddenly places in Jamaica were flooded out. Y'all thought that was just a coincidence. The ecosystem is being disturbed and it is responding as such. When the sea comes in for the land, then it will be a matter of who can run and who cannot run will have to stay. So it will block and pollute waterways. And if waterways are blocked, that means flooding is going to take place. And polluted waterways only means what? Health issues for the citizens that are there. It will displace residents because people will have to get up and run to higher ground or different places, right? Just like how you see the bauxite mining, I know in Clarendon for sure, Manchester for sure, the bauxite mining is just a big red lake. Nobody can't live there. So yes, people will be displaced. It will displace residents. It will threaten agricultural livelihood, as in, I am SouFLoTV from Clarendon, Jamaica, a farming community, a farming parish. And there are many things that used to grow in abundance. My grandfather used to grow and export internationally, right? commercial farming and used to employ 20, 30 people at a time out of our community to farm, to work his farm, and they would have pride and take pride in exporting yam and banana and sugar cane and just all kinds of things, even Scotch bonnet pepper and them something there. Coffee, we did in abundance. To my chagrin, in 2019, coffee no longer grows on my grandfather's property. And when I asked him why, he said, I don't know, them do something to the soil, them come round and do something to the soil and see the coffee don't grow no more. Our big mango tree withered up and died. They had to chop down the rest of what was left of it. So agricultural livelihood, it will also compromise air quality and threaten the health and well-being of thousands of Jamaican citizens. So in case you're wondering what's going to happen, I just explained it to you. You might want to rewind this and listen carefully again. Right? Cockpit country is the largest remaining natural forest in Jamaica, and they want to mine it out because they feel like there is stuff in there that they want to fatten up their bank accounts, to put it simply. The fresh water it stores and releases via almost 40 rivers, streams, springs, upwellings, glades, and ponds supplies about 40% of Western Jamaica's water needs. Did you get that? It is this system that they want to disrupt. Jamaica is facing major negative impact from global climate change, as we can see. It soon starts snow Jamaica, you know, people. Unpredictable rainfalls and extreme weather events, including drought and flooding. Ensuring the preservation of Cockpit country promotes climate resilience, is an investment in our future, and literally means fresh water in the bank. Cockpit country is a symbol of resistance and triumph, as well as an important cultural and historical site for Jamaicans. Now, to say that Cockpit country is a symbol of resistance and triumph means take those two words literally. Resistance. We've been fighting for Cockpit country for a damn long time, right? But the powers that be want it, and they want what is there. Resistance. And triumph meaning we so far have been successful at keeping hands off. Let's not forget that it's an important cultural and historical site for Jamaicans. Cockpit country was a sanctuary for the Maroons, who still live within its borders. The plant and the animals of Cockpit country are extraordinarily diverse. Some are found only in Jamaica. On others, especially a multitude of plants are found only in the Cockpit country. Now, listen to me. It is no wonder that I saw a documentary years ago where scientists from overseas, from all these other European led nations and so on and so forth, were walking around in the Cockpit country, you know them though, searching for things. And they were saying that there are plants here that they have no scientific name for. There are plants there that they had never seen before, but they have only heard of the medicinal purposes of these plants. There was even one saying that Jamaica has the cure for HIV and AIDS, and it is in Cockpit country. So to disrupt Cockpit country and to mine it out and dig it out, to keep somebody's pockets lined, then we would be selling ourselves away. So there's a thing here that says on November 21st of 2017, Jamaican Prime Minister the Right Honorable Andrew Holness announced the designated Cockpit Country Protected Area CCPA boundary in Parliament. In his announcement, Prime Minister Holness said that the area would comprise of approximately 74,726 hectares, and it will include existing forest reserves, significant hydrological and ecological features, and cultural and heritage sites. Prime Minister Andrew Holness also indicated that the CCPA would be closed to mining. Although boundaries of the CCPA have been designated, and like I said before, CCPA means Cockpit Country Protected Areas. Although boundaries of the CCPA have been designated, the protected area has not yet been declared and closed to mining under law, which means although Andrew Holness introduced it into Parliament, the politician them, like they are known to do, has done nothing to this point. So therefore, it is not protected under law. And it is not closed to mining under law. To do this, the government of Jamaica must ground truth the designated CCPA boundaries, i.e., on the ground verification, and the boundary be gazetted before the Mining Act can amend or be amended. Meanwhile, bauxite prospecting and mining has been expanding in Cockpit Country communities, which were left out of the designated protected area. Can you imagine that? Since the Prime Minister's 2017 announcement, new mining leases have been granted by the same government of Jamaica, which will allow bauxite companies to mine right up to the edge of the Cockpit Country Protected Area boundaries. What a friggin' sellout. What a friggin' sellout. Through the Advancing the Protection of Jamaica's Cockpit Country Project 2018 to 2019, the Jamaica Environment Trust, JET, other civil society groups including Cockpit Country community leaders continue to advocate for an expedited ground truthing of the CCPA boundary, Cockpit Country Protected Area boundary. Establishment of buffer zones around the protected area, which are also closed to mining and quarrying, and the involvement of civil society and local communities in management planning for the Cockpit Country protected areas. Now, I am no fool. This tells me that it would put authority in the hands of people they probably don't want to put authority in the hands of. Right? This also tells me that indigenous people will be ran off of their lands, will be displaced. This also tells me that they have every intention of mining Cockpit Country. What are we going to do? Well, there's a petition out there to be signed. We can start there. But we know how politicians play games when money is on the table. All right? I want you to have a good look at all these pictures that I'm showing you. And I want you to look at how rosy the hills are, how beautiful the thickness of the canopy is. I want you to look at how the greenery is. Good oxygen. Good oxygenated air in these areas, right? And then I want you to look at the areas that have been mined in comparison. And if we do not do something, then Cockpit Country is going to look like these areas that have been mined out and left with lakes of mud and red seas of stuff that we cannot use because we can't plant anything on it. The soil will be damaged. But like I said, globalization is real, and they don't really care about our agricultural prominence, or even about us being able to fend for ourselves by planting food and producing our own food and our own livestock. They give zero you-know-what, because the goal, the aim, is to control the world's food supply as well. And by doing so, we will be dependent on imports. We've already been set up, friends. We've already been set up. The ball is in motion. And that is the reason why Jamaica takes in more imported stuff now than we do exporting what we have created. Keep your eyes open. Find that petition and add your name to it. Stand behind whatever machine says no mining in Cockpit country. Hands off. Do not disturb our ecosystem balance. It's SouFLoTV. Leave your comment in the comment section below. I'm out. Peace.